Ladies and gentlemen, Wells College welcomes you to the 148th commencement ceremony. At this time, we ask that you make your way to your seats, silence all cell phones, and be mindful while taking pictures during the ceremony to ensure everyone's enjoyment. Thank you.
Sharon, you're going to be there? All right. Okay. Here we go, Sorry about that. I thought we were in like cut time or something.
The mic's on, so
Oh, sorry.
don't give it away. The two pieces by Brady,
Okay, which is
170, 182, somewhere around there. Back in the back there.
so we know what our processional and recessional are here.
Yeah, we're doing the Mauer, and that's 172
All
in
right.
my book.
All right, very good. This one will be in cut time.
We'll just play it straight down, no DC like we normally do.
No DC, straight down.
This is one page, right?
Yeah. Yep. Trumpet start on one.
This one will be in a quickish three.
Repeats are good on this.
Okay. Always love that ending.
What's our time?
6 minutes
Yeah, 6 minutes.
or so.
We got, you want to try the Petzl three pieces?
Sure.
That's on 173, so it's close by where we're going to go. Need to go in. The entrada, the Sarabande, and ball. I know that you don't like to do repeats on the Sarabande, right?
All right. I'm happy with it. No problem.
Oh no, that was Kim that did that.
I just realized somebody wrote, instead of ball, somebody wrote bad.
Where is
About 169, something like that.
Yeah, my 173 somewhere. Pencil 3 pieces from Funchtimbach. How about that one?
Oh no,
This is in 4.
that's the wrong. There.
It starts on 1 for them.
That's right here.
Yeah, I can remember.
Yeah.
So I think Warren starts it.
Yeah.
All right.
You want to start now? Okay, and repeats are good.
Okay.
Okay.
Got about 3 minutes.
And maybe, let's see. Well, yeah, I guess just use 2 now, huh?
Yeah.
We're doing Saraband
Yeah,
with or without?
let's do without repeats.
Without repeat, Saraband,
repeats
and
on
the
the
ball
second.
and the repeat.
Yeah, that should be close. Okay.
Yep.
Repeats. Good repeats on the ball?
Yeah, this is in 4.
That's written. Repeats, okay.
With
With
repeats.
repeats.
Okay.
Okay, we're ready for it. All right.
Watch your chair in there. Let's get one other up here.
What's next?
We're getting close enough.
Okay.
We can just wait.
3 pieces.
Yeah, we'll just wait now. Okie dokie.
Page about 166, something like that. 3 pieces by Maurer.
And we do it kind of in
This is in 2 from we'll repeat it several times, and it's possible that we'll be stopping. Who's going to keep an eye on where we're supposed to stop? If we do a signal like this, we'll look for a place to
Sharon, will you give us
everybody land together.
when they're on the platform as well? You'll tell us, or do we need to watch?
When we need to quit, give us a.
Okay.
If you
That's
can
great.
give us a heads up like
And then
this.
the next time we get to a cadence, we'll stop. Okay. All right.
Families and friends, Wells College proudly welcomes you to our 148th commencement ceremony. Today, we honor our graduates and express gratitude for the many that have supported their success here at Wells.
Okay, here we go.
College Marshal leads the procession and is accompanied by the platform party consisting of President Gibraltar, trustees, and members of the administration. Now joining us is the Wells College faculty. And now our graduates, the Wells College class of 2016.
Oh, I thought they were the last ones on.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Whoa, sorry about that. It's okay, they got it covered.
Do they? Okay.
Let's do that.
Okay. That's the problem. You can't see anything.
We've been clapping for a long time.
Now there's a woman gesticulating for us to play.
Yeah.
Same three pieces. Oh, no, same
Three
piece.
pieces, same one.
Well, it's going to be too late. As soon as we start playing, it's going to turn quick. It's over. Hang on. No. There's still time.
There's half of them yet to come.
There's quite a few to
About
come, so
half.
let's play.
That's from the beginning or the same score?
I think that's a good idea. We got a thing here. As soon as we start playing, we're going to quit.
There's a woman who's going to be very unpleasant to us at the outfit. She has one of those looks on her face. She isn't. She's over there.
please stand and remain standing for the singing of the national anthem, followed by the invocation.
We sing over, get into parts if you can. Yeah, get into parts. Into parts? Yeah, if you can. Yeah, probably for the best. Good to see you, bro. Are we close? We are now. I should probably pitch pipe out. I should probably direct.
Good morning, class of 2016. Woo. Go Evans! You have come a hard and long journey to be standing here, and your family and your friends and the faculty and the professors are so proud of you. I think there's even going to be a few tears shed this morning. You have come a long way since that first day you were here as scared little freshmen wondering, what am I doing in this strange place? But isn't it beautiful? Isn't it a wonderful place? And look what a perfect day we have for graduation. No sun and no rain until the afternoon. So it is perfect. Congratulations. I remember so well 34 years ago standing back where you are now, and some of my classmates actually are here today to celebrate with their sons and daughters who are also graduating. And in 34 years from now, in 2050, just imagine, 2050, you may be standing here watching some of your friends or your own sons and daughters graduate from this most beautiful and prestigious school. Let us take a moment to breathe deep. This beautiful village air, this land of the constant sun, constant sunrise, constant dawn, constant light. Let us think of that first day when Minerva greeted you when you first came. And let us think now of Minerva saying goodbye as you begin your next journey in this beautiful journey of life. Let us thank all our family and friends, faculty, professors for being here, for loving you, for supporting you as we honor this sacred time in this sacred place on this sacred day when we are gathered all together but once to celebrate you. Congratulations. And may the spirit of Minerva, the spirit of the village, the spirit of the land of the constant dawn be with you.
Good morning. You can sit down now, by the way. I'm Carrie Bolton, class of 1992. It's my honor and privilege to serve as the chair of the Wells College Board of Trustees. And this morning, it's my great pleasure to extend to all of you a warm and sincere welcome on behalf of the college's trustees. To our graduates, their families and friends, our faculty and staff, my fellow trustees, honorary trustees, President Gibraltar, and the entire extended Wells community, welcome to the 148th Wells College Commencement. This morning, we honor today's graduates and the extraordinary and ever-changing lives you are now prepared to lead. You will soon receive a diploma that affirms that you have fulfilled the requirements of a Wells education. It says to you, your families, prospective employers, and the world beyond that you've been prepared with broad intellectual perspective and the critical career-related skills to embark on your next set of changes and challenges. You are ready to face your futures to be contributing members of our larger society. And yet, with this graduation, you don't leave Wells behind. You redefine your connection to it. You become part of a great community, educated in the liberal arts tradition, able to reason wisely and live fully. And so, at this time, the Board of Trustees welcomes you to the newest stage in that relationship as alumnae and alumni of Wells College.
Thank you, Carrie, and good morning, class of 2016. I am so proud of each and every one of you. Today, I have the privilege and honor of introducing the 2016 Student Commencement Speaker, Michelle Lee. Michelle hails from my home state of Massachusetts and is a double major in Women's and Gender Studies and English. She has been active on campus throughout her career at Wells and is headed to New York City to attend the New School for a Master's in Fine Arts with a concentration in creative writing. Please help me, everyone, in welcoming Michelle.
I am going to take a Snapchat, so. Thanks. The list of people to thank seems a little endless. Thank you to everyone who has supported us, to our parents, to our aunts and uncles, our siblings, our family we aren't technically related to, but definitely still call family. Thank you to my own parents. 고마워. 엄마하고 아빠 때문에 나 아무것도 할 수 있어. Thank you to friends who provide endless moral support and snacks and respond to 3 a.m. group chats. Thank you to my own Wells witches and bitchy feminist English majors. Thank you to our professors who let us cry in their offices and send emails about good omens and the sign of eagles. Happy retirement to Jeannie Goddard and Elsie Torres. Thank you for all you have put into the school and everything you have given us. I hope we make you proud. Thank you to Buildings and Grounds and housekeeping and the dining hall and IT and all the departments that cared for us while we were here. Thank you to the Cayuga Nation, whose lands we are on. Saying my fellow class of 2016 feels wrong because fellow seems too impersonal of a word. We all belong to an exclusive club of less than 140 people who can say that they were graduated from Wells College in 2016. I don't think any of us could have expected what we would do or who we would become with our time here. We lived through 3 presidents, 1 defunct cafe, and a number of school taglines. Staying stagnant meant staying behind, so we learned to adapt quickly. Some things have stayed the same. I still can't get to the top of Macmillan without losing my breath. But all in all, we are not the same people who walked through these halls 4 or 2 years ago. Excuse me, go even line. We might not be the same person we were last week, and that's a terrifying and liberating feeling. We are under no obligation to stay the same. We grow and learn and unlearn because unlearning is just as important as learning. This strange community gave back what we put in. We shuttled pasta from GP to the Summer Center as a part of a fundraiser. We bled blue and green. We sent Facebook messages like love notes to other stressed out students. We made a home here, dug our roots in deep and held on, but we swayed in harsh winds so our boughs wouldn't break. Our current slogan is Arrive Curious, Graduate Prepared. But in the words of Professor Jeannie Goddard at spring convocation this semester, arrive curious, graduate curiouser. Hold firm in the belief that our time here has prepared us to overcome future obstacles. But I hope we never stop learning and challenging ourselves. I hope we always see ourselves as the complex and sometimes contradictory human beings we are. And I hope we are always interrogating how we are interacting with the systems and structures that create the world. Acclaimed African-American novelist Toni Morrison tells her students, when you get these jobs that you have been so brilliantly trained for, just remember that your real job is that if you are free, you need to free somebody else. If you have some power, then your job is to empower somebody else. This is not just a grab bag candy game. So as we leave, college diplomas in hand, I hope we remember that we are not isolated and our actions do not exist in a vacuum. If Wells taught us anything, it's about community and when to speak up and when to amplify other voices. In our final moments at Wells College, I've been thinking about what we're passing down, about the years to come and how they will think of us. I hope they remember us as fighters. I hope they think of how hard we fought to make the place we live a better and safer place to coexist. And strength is not always about literal strength. Sometimes it means being able to carry the weight of saying Black Lives Matter and take back the night. Our achievements and struggles have taught us that we are stronger than we thought, but gentler than we'd like to admit. I have nothing but the utmost faith that we'll be all right. I don't find myself stressing about the future as much as I think I should be. We're all going to be fine, and I think this steadfast belief comes out of having been a part of and witnessing this class and our growth. That might not mean smooth sailing 100% of the time, but that's just part of the journey, and I can't wait to see where it all takes us. In the last moments of the series finale of Parks and Recreation, Leslie Knope says, "I'm ready." And I think so are we. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michelle. It is my honor and privilege to introduce the president of Wells College, Dr. John Gibraltar, as he delivers his address to today's graduates. An experienced president and accomplished scholar, Dr. Gibraltar's leadership is marked by a deep understanding of the current climate for higher education and the undergraduate experience, a demonstrated commitment to student well-being and environmental sustainability, the creativity and courage to pursue innovative solutions, and financial acumen. Having just assumed the presidency this past July, he's already made a critical impact to Wells in continuing to strengthen the college's financial position, in making key investments such as a new turf field, classroom technology, and resources for student recruitment. A gifted communicator and a profoundly caring educator, President Gibraltar is leading us toward a future in which Wells's stature and reputation match the high regard in which those of us who know her best hold her. Because he is a nationally recognized thought leader on issues of sustainability and his efforts to curb binge drinking and promote responsible behavior on college campuses, Dr. Gibraltar is sought out by the media. He's been on recent segments of the PBS NewsHour, USA Today, and NPR's All Things Considered, and he's a frequent contributor to professional journals and conferences, and he has provided expert testimony for the Department of Education and Congress. Dr. Gibraltar earned his BA in psychology from the State University of New York at Binghamton, his master's degree in counseling psychology from New York University, a doctorate in human development from Syracuse University, and an MBA from the University of Maryland University College. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Gibraltar.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair, and Let me begin by welcoming all of you to the Wells College graduation ceremony for 2016. I want to begin by acknowledging and welcoming the Wells College trustees and honorary trustees. We actually moved our board meeting so that they could be present with you today. They wanted to be present with you today at this commencement. So would the Wells College trustees and honorary trustees please stand and be recognized? I also would like to take a moment to welcome the very distinguished Wells College faculty. And I know that all of you know who they are and what they've done for you. I know that teaching is much more than a job for them. It's something that they feel deeply in their heart and soul, and that they work hard every day to make meaningful connections with you as students. Will the Wells College faculty please stand and be recognized? There are also many people who work behind the scenes to make this a better place. The administrative staff, the staff in every office on this campus, campus safety and security, buildings and grounds who've worked tirelessly to create such a beautiful setting for our commencement ceremony, keep our buildings clean every day. And you know, they're not all here right now, but if they are here, would you also please stand and be recognized? I also want to welcome all of our alumna and alumni, families and friends, and anyone who believes strongly enough in a Wells College degree and the successes of our students that they're with us today. But most importantly, I want to congratulate the Wells College class of 2016. This day is for and about you. Please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Be seated. As we stand here on your graduation day, I can only say how incredibly proud I am of you and how much I look forward to you staying connected to your alma mater. I want to know where your Wells College education is going to take you, hear about your successes, and celebrate your milestones. And I know your life is going to be filled with success, and your degree and the skills you refined here on campus, they're really going to take you a very long way. You know, on April 6th, Dean Michaels sent me a list of characteristics that the class of 2016 was seeking in their commencement speaker. And when I saw the list, I really began to panic. So I'm going to share that list with you in case you haven't seen it. They said they wanted someone who actually benefited and grew during their time at Wells. They said, if it's an alum, where Wells changed them as a person and how it affected them in the real world, not someone who graduated and then successfully figured themselves out after and got a great job. They wanted someone who was inspiring, someone who's a little weird and wasn't just going to give a lecture. He or she needed to briefly discuss social issues for millennials graduating, including millennials of color. Definitely someone funny. Someone who embraces the weird, since that's the theme of our class. If an alum, someone who loves the Wells community and could tell a story about their time here. And they mentioned a few specific people they were seeking as a commencement speaker, and they were Ellen, Snoop Dogg, Jenna Marbles, and Charlie Day. So as I read through the list of qualities that you wanted, I was completely overwhelmed because I could see that before I even got up here today, before I opened my mouth, oh my, before I even uttered a single word, you were bound to be bitterly disappointed. Because graduates, I'm neither Ellen, Snoop Dogg, Jenna Marbles, nor Charlie Day. I don't even know who half of them are. I'm not a Wells College alum. What I've accomplished in my life is not because I was fortunate enough to have graduated from this very fine college. But what I will say to you, graduates, is as you leave Wells College, I really hope you embrace and appreciate what's happened to you here. From when you arrived as freshmen to this very day, your life has been forever changed for the better. You're not the same person you were 4 years ago because you've challenged yourselves to learn more and be more. I've seen in my short time at Wells, you and your fellow students gain confidence in your skills and your abilities. I've seen you embrace the Wells culture and tradition in a way that I honestly have never experienced on any college campus. I've seen you define what it means to be a Wellsian and also embrace all that the generations before you have wanted for you to experience, to see and become. I have been in higher education for 30 years, and I've worked at 6 institutions of higher education. Some would say I can't keep a job. And I've never seen an intergenerational transmission of values, traditions, or love as strong as those at Wells. It is truly remarkable to me. So I want you to be patient with me for a minute, Eve and Line, because I got in trouble yesterday when I gave a toast. There's no politics in this. But I want to quote a line from a trilogy of books that was made into a series of movies. The books are by Suzanne Collins and are called The Hunger Games. And one of her most memorable lines before the games begin is, and I'd like to share with you, graduates, may the odds be ever in your favor. As millennials, you're graduating into an incredibly complicated and challenging world. I've often said that the jobs you'll seek today might not have even been created yet, and you'll have to create them yourselves. You have an eye to the future that those currently in leadership roles are unable to see. Help us see the world as it can be, rather than as we assume it must be. During your time at Wells, you've seen many important issues take the national stage, and they're going to continue to do so for all the right reasons. Issues such as race and gender equality, equitable pay, increased opportunities for family leave, increases in the minimum wage, and a decreased reliance on fossil fuels are forever changing our world for the better. And it's my belief that in your lifetime, vehicles that run on gasoline will disappear from our roads. You'll see new sources of energy that will replace coal-fired and nuclear power plants. You will see, and some of you will even lead efforts to develop new technologies that will drive our economy and energy, medicine, and even how we relate to one another. Our world is changing for the better because of you and your passion for building a more humane society. We're changing because we have to change. And society is changing because the forces that have divided people for generations must instead unite people towards common goals. You will lead a world where ideas will be developed online. Businesses can be started and sourced with the help of technology, and ideas alone can revolutionize the way we live. And I'm only going to ask one thing of you as far as technology is concerned. Please don't ever allow technology to supplant the importance of human relations. You learned at Wells that personal relationships live in real time, and they need in-person maintenance. That's why they call them personal relationships. Please be more interested in living every moment as opposed to capturing and posting that moment for the enjoyment of others. Remember that relationships are built upon knowing one another and through human interaction, while liking what someone says is no more than recognition that you've seen what someone may have posted. Remember that as you leave this wonderful and sometimes weird place called Wells College, that in fact, you ready for this? It isn't all that weird. The customs and traditions you've established have encouraged you to relate to one another in a very personal way. To me, of all the definitions of weird, those that resonate for me with this graduating class are, well, maybe you're just a little quirky and eccentric. These are the qualities that define you and define your future. And as you leave Wells College, I ask you to remember a couple of things. First of all, please keep in touch. Be sure we have your current address because it's likely that you're going to move around quite a bit over the next few years. We want to know about your life and we want to know about your success. Second, please come back and visit. I hope you'll join us for reunions every year, and please stop by any time that you're in the area. Stay in touch with your alumni association, and I can absolutely promise you they're going to stay in touch with you. Remember to support us. Wells College is able to provide scholarships to students because of the generous support of our alumni. So when you're established in your life and career and seeking philanthropic causes, and you will, remember those scholarships you received at Wells College and give something back to those who will follow you someday. If you need help, we're always here to help. We know you have amazing adventures and successes ahead of you, but know we're here if you need a smile, a helping hand, advice, or someone to listen to, because you know why? That's what family does. It supports you in your highs and in your lows. Reach out to us when you need us. Remember that whatever you do in the world, wherever you go, that your family and friends are your greatest source of love and support. Always remain close to them and seek them out for support, advice, and honesty. I mentioned earlier that I know your lives and my life too have been changed for the better by the Wells experience. And I want to close with that thought. How many of you have seen the musical Wicked? Raise your hands. Okay. So there's a song at the end of that show that summarizes how I hope you'll view your experience on campus and your lasting impact on us. Glinda, the Good Witch from the Wizard of Oz lore, sings a duet with Elphaba, commonly and mistakenly known as the Wicked Witch of the West, where they talk about their future apart. And the two sing to each other. I'm not going to sing. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we're led to those who help us most to grow. If we let them, we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I know you. I've been changed for the good. It may well be that we will never meet again in this lifetime, so let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. Know that your handprint will remain forever intact on the heart of your campus family, and we all have been changed for the good because of you. So go out, defy gravity, and make your Wellsian family proud. I wish you the very best in your life beyond Wells College. Congratulations, graduates. Before we move on to awards, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the generous contribution of one of your fellow graduates. Alex Van Hoekelen, would you stand? I want you all to know that Alex and his family have contributed all of the flowers that you see on campus right now. And we are enormously grateful to you and your family. It's now my pleasure to present the presidential awards that are made at commencement. Great. The first award is the Francis Tarleton Farenthold Leadership Award, which is presented to a senior who's consistently demonstrated qualities of commitment and activism in the Wells community and the wider world. This year's recipient is David Glidden. Thank you. David is a political science major with minors in social and economic justice and religious studies. David reestablished and led the College Democrats and was active in leading many of our social justice groups on campus, and he'll be working for the Democratic National Party in Vermont. In his leadership and activism, David epitomizes the values of Sissy Farenthold and the award named in her honor. The Presidential Leadership Award honors a student who's demonstrated particular initiative and responsibility in service to the community. The award this year is presented to Chelsea Carlin. So Chelsea is a business major with a minor in management. She's contributed to Wells from day one as a resident assistant and manager of the grind. I could always go get a good cup of coffee from Chelsea. She addressed the needs of the whole college community. In serving on the Student Affairs Committee, she's been an active voice for campus and a champion for making change, exemplifying the criteria for this award. Congratulations, Chelsea, and thank you for your leadership on campus. So one of our newer traditions at commencement is to recognize faculty who've been granted emeritus status by the Board of Trustees. Now, the individual we're honoring today doesn't know she's being honored. So I'd like to ask Professor Jeannie Goddard to join me at the podium. Professor Goddard joined the faculty in 1987 and has been known ever since as not just a talented dancer, but a gifted and generous teacher. With an amazing breadth of knowledge and care for students, she was the recipient of this year's Excellence in Teaching Medal. Jeannie is equally an engaged and vibrant scholar and artist. Her stewardship of the arts and lecture series highlights her belief in the importance of arts and understanding the human experience. In her committee service and faculty leadership, Jeannie was always trying to create a better Wells. The board has recognized her contribution in naming her Professor of Dance Emerita, which we acknowledge with a certificate printed by our Book Arts Center. Congratulations, Jeannie.
You finally made me cry.
Provost Speaker, please join me at the podium.
As Provost and Dean of the college, let me add my congratulations to the Wells College class of 2016. I know how hard some of you have worked to be here today. Some of you could have worked a little harder. But all of you should be prepared to appreciate complexity and difference, embrace new ways of knowing, be creative, and respond ethically to the interdependent worlds to which you belong. I hope that you leave Wells today that you know, as Thomas Jones once wrote, becoming an educated person is part of a lifelong process of learning, study, reflection, experience, and action, not just 4 years of classes. Cultivate that meaningful life that we've talked so much about, and share the privileges of your education with others. I have the pleasure of now presenting the Student Academic Prizes awarded at commencement. When I call your name, please come to the platform to receive your prize. I'm pleased to present the Gertrude H. Freiherdt Prize in Fine Arts. This prize was established in 1961 and endowed in 1987 by Charlotte Dalton Bolin, class of 61, in honor of her mother, Gertrude H. Freiherdt, and is awarded to a member of the graduating class who, in the opinion of the art faculty, has produced a body of creative work of high quality during her or his career. This year's prize is being presented to a student for her consistent development and thorough execution of her ideas over the past 2 years. Fueled by her interest in art therapy and feminist art history, she has created a body of work that demonstrates her relationship to the gendered legacies of painting and embroidery. In her thesis and other artworks, she exhibits a passionate sense of purpose and an innovative use of materials. The winner of the 2016 Gertrude H. Freiherdt Prize in Fine Arts is Rebecca Rodas Oriola. The Alberto J. Verona Prize in Hispanic Culture was established in 2002 in memory of Professor Verona, a community leader, teacher, and scholar who was a member of the Wells community from 1966 to 1979. The prize is awarded to a Wells student who submits the best senior essay related to Hispanic culture. The faculty noted that this year's recipient demonstrated fearlessness in choosing and sticking with a complex topic, taking an interdisciplinary approach, including Spanish, anthropology, and psycholinguistics. In her thesis, she explores why the Spanish language's grammatical system is so restrictive, ascribing masculine or feminine gender to all nouns and objects, asking, are there progressive attempts to be more inclusive? And if so, where and how is that inclusiveness currently evident? For her thesis, Inclusivity in the Spanish Language, an exploration of space for all genders in a binary linguistic gender system, I am pleased to present the 2016 Alberto J. Verona Prize in Hispanic Culture to Morgan Holtzclaw. Finally, it gives me great pleasure to award the Koch Prize for the Best Senior Research Paper. This prize was established and endowed in 1953 by Albert and Ruth Koch, parents of Elizabeth Koch Darlington, class of 35. The Koch Prize Committee reads senior essays representing fields across the college's curriculum. This year, the committee has chosen a thesis based on what members saw as a sophisticated and comprehensive study. A study that investigated the establishment of a variety of weed species at the King Ferry Winery by identifying native and non-native weeds present at several study sites, Its author persuasively argues that the presence of a wide variety of weeds encourages valuable relationships within a vineyard's agricultural production. For her paper, Weed Flora at King Ferry Vineyards, Historical Changes and Cover Crop Effectiveness, the 2016 Koch Prize for Best Senior Research Paper goes to Ashley Jingleski. Will the seniors please rise? President Gibraltar, I have the honor to present the Wells College class of 2016, whose members have fully satisfied the requirements for graduation.
You ready? By the powers vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Sciences, and admit you to all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. You may be seated. Will the candidates please come forward to receive your diplomas?
Shake, take, smile. Okay. No.
Evelyn Grace Abbott, major in English, concentration in creative writing, minor in psychology. Lindsay Marie Oxett, major in biochemistry and molecular biology, minor in cognitive and brain sciences, cum laude. Ariel Dominique Adams, major in psychology, minor in dance. Kyle J. Admire, major in biochemistry and molecular biology, minor in book arts, minor in physics, cum laude. Laura K. Allard, distinction in English, concentration in literature, minor in sociology, minor in social and economic justice, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Stephen Michael Armstrong, major in psychology, minor in sociology. Samuel Haynes Ayers, major in environmental science. Taylor Alexis Babb, major in English, concentration in creative writing, minor in graphic design. Kimberly Ann Bader, major in psychology, minor in sociology. Lydia Bowen Bailey, individualized major in biological anthropology, minor in First Nations and Indigenous Studies, cum laude. Courtney Lee Bastion, major in history, minor in museum studies, minor in art history. Alexander Franklin Batty, major in physics, minor in mathematics, cum laude. Brooke Marie Benedetto, major in psychology, minor in women's and gender studies. Jordan Christopher Bishop, degree expected, major in psychology, minor in sport management, minor in business. Jack Douglas Bjorklander, major in history, cum laude. Shelby Lynn Bourne, major in chemistry. Caitlin Ann Brannigan, major in sociology and anthropology, minor in religious studies. Melissa Jean Brewer, distinction in English, concentration in literature, distinction in theater and dance, magna cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Kirsty Ann Bruce, major in environmental science, cum laude. Wyatt Earl Berkeley, distinction in economics and management, concentration in economics, cum laude. Zakara Maya Butts, major in chemistry, minor in psychology, minor in anthropology, cum laude. Gina Nicole Carnes, major in psychology, minor in criminal justice, minor in economics. Melanie Christina Canales, major in English, concentration in literature. Chelsea Lee Carlin, distinction in business, minor in management, cum laude. Christopher Anthony Castro, major in biology, minor in adolescence education. Paul James Cavalluzzi, major in political science, cum laude. Julia Catherine Cavanaugh, major in biochemistry and molecular biology, minor in cognitive and brain sciences. Maxwell Spencer Cherry, major in film and media studies, minor in business. Elise Nicole Clark, major in psychology. Jake Devlin Clowry, major in business, minor in management. Nicholas Ronald Constantino, distinction in history, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Catherine Mary Cora Stefanik, major in English, concentration in literature. Luke J. Cornwell, major in theater and dance. Blade Michael Culver, major in psychology. Caitlin Elizabeth Curtin, distinction in psychology, minor in business, minor in healthcare management, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Nina Paul Daniels, distinction in psychology, distinction in sociology and anthropology, cum laude. Courtney Bueno Denise, major in psychology, minor in adolescence education, minor in Spanish, minor in childhood education. Jewel Tajuddin Dixon, major in sociology and anthropology, minor in communication studies. Stephen Dunphy, major in economics and management, concentration in management, minor in Spanish. Thomas Andrew Doherty, major in physics, minor in mathematics, cum laude. Edward Dempsey Easter Jr., distinction in political science, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Brittany Ray Eckert, in absentia, major in English, concentration in literature, cum laude. Katie Starr Item, major in English, concentration in creative writing, minor in theater, magna cum laude. Andrew Gregory Eifert, in absentia, degree expected, major in biology, minor in Spanish. Ryan William Elsenbeck, major in English, concentration in literature, minor in adolescence education, cum laude. Holly Ann Erkson, major in psychology, minor in sociology, minor in criminal justice. Haley K. Evans, major in biology. John Bradley Ferrugia, major in environmental science, minor in mathematics. Chandler Elizabeth Fitzgerald, major in history, minor in adolescence education. Michael Burns Flaherty, distinction in history, minor in adolescence education, cum laude. Christopher Matthew Flood, major in business. Larry Force, in absentia, degree expected, major in computer science, minor in mathematics. Amanda Gillette, major in psychology, minor in biology. Ashley Elizabeth Jingalewski, distinction in environmental science, minor in sustainability, minor in sustainable food systems, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. David Flanders Glidden, distinction in political science, minor in social and economic justice, minor in religious studies, cum laude. Andrea Lauren Gould, distinction in psychology, minor in biology, minor in environmental science, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Quinn Nicole Griswold, major in mathematics, minor in adolescence education. Emily Renee Guzman, major in biochemistry and molecular biology, minor in science, health, and values. Austin Patrick Kahn, major in psychology, minor in criminal justice. Indy Shaw Harrington, major in psychology. Claire Winona Harwood, major in inclusive childhood education, minor in psychology, cum laude. Joshua Thomas Hatfield, distinction in biochemistry and molecular biology, minor in cognitive and brain sciences, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Jessica Lynn Havens, major in psychology. Naomi Eva Hickman, degree expected, major in environmental science. Heather Louise Hiltbrand, individualized major in environmental studies, concentration in environmental policies and values, minor in economics, minor in sustainability. Morgan Rachel Holtzclaw, distinction in Spanish, minor in anthropology, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Kavisha C. Hunt, major in psychology, minor in criminal justice, cum laude. Sarah Nicole Jackson, major in sociology and anthropology, minor in Spanish, minor in criminal justice. Connor Mark Jensen, major in environmental science. Jordan R. Jean in absentia, major in psychology. Allison Jones, major in psychology. Amber M. Jordan, major in mathematics, minor in adolescence education. Atia Jamila Jordan, major in English, concentration in creative writing, minor in communication studies. Carson M. Jordan, major in English, concentration in creative writing. Elena Joy Callahan, degree expected, major in visual arts, concentration in studio art. Arndt Peter Edward Kitts Van Hennigan, major in environmental science. Kaylin Eileen Kasevich, distinction in business. Hyunhwa Michelle Lee, distinction in women's and gender studies, major in English, concentration in creative writing, magna cum laude. Delasha J. Lockhart, major in sociology and anthropology, minor in criminal justice. Nicole Aileen Loven, major in biochemistry and molecular biology, minor in sustainability, minor in business, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Antonea Marzea Merritt, major in biology, minor in psychology. Ian Christopher Miller, major in psychology. Jeremiah Daniel Miller, degree expected, major in theater and dance. Nathan Mitchell, major in philosophy. Tyler Shields Morris, distinction in physics, distinction in computer science, minor in mathematics, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Patrick James Hayes Monroe, major in English, concentration in creative writing, minor in adolescence education, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Polly Myers, major in psychology, magna cum laude. Vashti Marianne Nettles, major in psychology, minor in sport management. Rachel Nichols, major in biochemistry and molecular biology, minor in environmental science, cum laude. Derek William Nips, major in business. Kylie Suneko Nishioka, major in biology, minor in psychology. Anna Rose Olchuk, distinction in psychology, minor in sociology, magna cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Brittany Lynn Paul, major in psychology. Melanie Ann Peck, major in psychology, minor in criminal justice, minor in biology. Laurel Catherine Pearl, major in psychology, minor in criminal justice. Michaela Viola Phillips, major in mathematics. JJ John Joseph Puchesi, major in mathematics, minor in computer science. Abena Bini Afria Puku, in absentia, distinction in visual arts, concentration in art history, minor in museum studies, cum laude. Ramona Reed, distinction in sociology and anthropology, magna cum laude. Jennifer Richardson, distinction in mathematics, major in physics, cum laude. Alexandria Frances Roberson, major in biology, cum laude. Rebecca Abigail Rodas Orihuela, major in visual arts, concentration in studio art, minor in art history, minor in psychology. Rachel Marie Ronkowski, in absentia, major in political science, cum laude. Tori Elizabeth Russell, distinction in English, concentration in creative writing, minor in psychology, minor in First Nations and Indigenous Studies, magna cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Alexis Brianna Savage, distinction in political science, distinction in women's and gender studies, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. William Davis Schombucker, major in sociology and anthropology. Colby Matthew Scrum, major in physics. Valerie Renee Schweiger, distinction in sociology and anthropology, minor in business, minor in Spanish, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Michael Joseph Sciatti, distinction in economics and management, concentration in economics, minor in sport management, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Eric W. Shane, major in computer science. Yakima Sims, major in visual arts, concentration in studio art. Charles Michael Simon, major in computer science. Marisa Ann Smith, major in biochemistry and molecular biology. Raymond Avery Soriano, major in history. Tiffany Shannon Terry, major in biology. Catherine Ann Taylor, major in environmental science. Amber Lynn Telfer, major in psychology, minor in cognitive and brain sciences. Megan Kathleen Terry, major in business. Justine Isabel Tibbetts, major in sociology and anthropology, minor in dance, minor in psychology, magna cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Stephanie Caitlin Todd, distinction in history, minor in criminal justice, minor in political science, cum laude. Zachary Lucas Tripses, major in psychology, minor in adolescence education, minor in theater, cum laude. Gabrielle Elspeth Urick, major in biology, minor in adolescence education. Norma Valdez, major in biology, minor in business. Marie Pauline Valère, major in chemistry, minor in mathematics, minor in women's and gender studies. Alexander Christian Van Hoeklen, distinction in business, minor for management, cum laude. Chloe Alexandria Vetter, major in psychology. Angelique Francine Hyde Villeneuve, major in biology. Catherine Victoria Warner, major in history, minor in book arts. Tegan Kilgallen Watson, distinction in film and media studies, minor in creative writing, minor in religious studies, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Courtney Michelle Wine, major in environmental science, minor in biology. Lindsay Nicole Wells, major in sociology and anthropology, minor in business, minor in management, magna cum laude. Wendy Day Wells, major in English, concentration in literature, minor in religious studies, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Kendrick Lee Wilson, distinction in inclusive childhood education, minor in psychology, magna cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Molly Murphy Woods, major in biology, cum laude. Justin Evan Zywad, major in business.
We'll wait. Will the graduates please rise? Switch your tassels to the left. Welcome to the Wells College Alumni Association. Congratulations to the class of 2016. Now, I know this is going to be very hard to do, but everybody please be seated for a few more moments. Thank you.
Yes, I'd like to apologize for not asking you to be seated at the invocation, but it's not very often that I get a chance to look down on adults. So I think I was just so excited I forgot to. I have just a couple of words I'd like to share with you before you leave. Yes, Wells is weird. Where else do you have an odd-even battle so fierce that the judges are actually bribed with dog treats and wine? Where else do you have a junior blast where everybody just gets together and has a wild time? Where else do people dance around sycamore trees or decorate a Minerva statue? Only at Wells. And where else do you have a community so strong that those of us who graduated years ago and those of you who are graduating now still keep those traditions in common? Yes, Wells is weird. And yes, it is a good thing to be weird. Being weird gives you the ability to think outside the box. It gives you the ability to dare to do things that others may not dare to do. And it also gives you the ability to find humor and not take yourself so seriously when times get tough. Times will get tough. The world will be very confusing sometimes. But you have been given a gift here at Wells, a gift to really understand what it means to recognize the worth and dignity of every person, regardless of race, nation of origin, gender identity, socioeconomic status, or sexual preference. This is a unique place, a unique time, and you have been given a wonderful and sustaining gift. May the force be with you.
Please rise for the singing of the Wells College alma mater, followed by the recession of our graduates, faculty, and platform party.
Okay. 1, 2, ready, go. Dear Wells, with loyal hearts, we will forever sing, and to the name we love, our joyous tributes bring. And Wells, dear Wells, we shout in singing to the
and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for the 148th commencement exercises of Wells College. As we conclude today's celebration, please join us at a reception in honor of the class of 2016 at Ryerson Commons. Congratulations once again, the Wells College class of 2016.
So, Nicola, just hang on to that book then.
Will do. All right. Thanks.
I can't believe we can't find that.